Warm greetings to you all. In this video, I am dealing with the theme of love to chill out. I strongly believe that the love theme will enchant the learners of all the age groups. I am narrating and giving a little analysis of the novel Silent Lips, Murmuring Heart. Yashi Dorji Tongshi is a creative writer hailing from Arunachal Pradesh. Tongshi was born on 5th October 1952 and completed his education in Bomdila Higher Secondary School. As a school student, Tongshi published his first poem in an Assamese magazine for children. The name of the poem is John Boy. He also got his poems published in Rodali and Janambhumi. He also wrote one-act plays for the annual day school functions. In 1972, his first short story, The Bond, in English Mirror, was published in the magazine Natun Prabha. Tongshi has 3 short story collections to his credit. Pond of Sin, Smell of Bamboo Flower, Another Competition. Based on the legends and folktales prevalent in the Kameng district of Arunachal Pradesh, Kameng Samantur Sadhu, that means stories from Kameng frontier, is the only book written by Tongshi for children. He wrote his first novel Sonam in the year of 1981 when he was a student in Cotton College. The novel was first published in Saptahik Nilachal in series. A postgraduate in Assamese literature from Gauhati University, Tongshi is a Arunachali writer writing in Assamese, who has the highest number of publications to his credit. Apart from Sonam, he has written other novels like Lingzik, Silent Lips, Murmuring Heart, The Man Who Sliced Dead Bodies, In the Country of Poisonous Girl, Missing, I Shall Reborn. In 2005, Tongshi was awarded with the prestigious Sagitya Award for his novel Silent Lips, Murmuring Heart. He has received several other awards from the renowned institutions, as well as he is the recipient of Padma Shri Award in the year of 2020. He served the government of Arunachal Pradesh as a civil servant in various capacities and retired in 2010. Yashidorji Tongshi is one of the most prominent writers of Arunachal Pradesh, who vividly describes the tradition and rituals of different tribes in his writings. Tongshi, whose theme is mostly about the little-known communities of Arunachal Pradesh. He is said to be the first author who has actually taken their inside stories to the outside world. In his novels, he has made an extensive use of the social folk customs prevalent among the Monpa and Sherdukpan people of Arunachal Pradesh. He was born to a Sherdukpan family, and his service in Tawang district as an administrator gave him ample scope to have a good knowledge of the Monpas. He has made a very artistic use of the supernatural beliefs prevalent among these two communities in his novels. Silent Lips, Murmuring Heart. This novel has been translated into English by Tebashi Prasad Nath. Tongshi Sahitya Academy winning novel Silent Cliff's Murmuring Heart was first published in the Assamese periodical Prantik in series in 1991. The novel deals with the conventional theme of love, unconventional ending, because the lovers cannot be united due to the societal constraints in their tribal communities. The setting of the novel is in Arunachal Pradesh when a road was being constructed on the Chakku Hills. The tribal people of two rival groups, Sherduppan and Nishi, were also engaged in the construction work. The Sherduppan group was headed by Rinshin Norbu and Nishi was headed by Tadak Nadum. Both the groups worked under the supervision of Mohari Babu, Dilip Sakya. Both the tribes hated each other. They treated one another as enemies. The Sherdukpan used to request Dilip Sakya not to mingle them with the Nishi people because Dilip Sakya took particular care to unite these two groups together. He tried to build a bridge across the diverse tribes so that suspicions and misunderstandings between them would be rectified. The story of the novel begins with the Cherdupan boy Rinchin meeting the Nishi girl Yama accidentally in the forest. They were started loving at first sight. The mystery is that they could not share their love among themselves due to the barrier in languages. Yama knew only her mother tongue, the Nishi, and the Rinchin known knew his mother tongue, Sheddupan language, and some Assamese. The fact was that Yama and Rinchin were engaged to someone else. As per the customs of Nishi, Yama parents had already taken bride price for her, and the family also working at the road construction. Likewise, Rinshin's parents had negotiated his marriage with Desrang Jangmu, who had also come to the camp as a laborer. Both Yama and Rinshin were conscious of the fact that it was impossible for them to get united because of the social barriers between them, as both Nishi and the Shedupan tribes strictly follow community endogamy in marriages. Yama had been threatened by someone in her in-laws' family that she should not mix up with the Rinshin or Shadukman community. Meanwhile, Desran Jamu was also jealous of Yama on seeing her fiancé, Rinshin, getting involved with Yama. Yama and Rinshin got a chance to meet privately once they were returning from their shopping at a Chaco camp. So they made love and Yama became pregnant. Meanwhile, the road construction was done and the governor inaugurated it. All the laborers were very happy and they were getting ready to return to their own places. Yama planned to elope with Renshin before the Nishi group was supposed to depart. But she had been red-handed by Mangpa Rima, a boy from her in-laws family, and his friends. Yama's desire to unite with Renshin remained a dream to her. She thought of giving birth to Renshin's child to keep it for his memory. Renshin also returned to his village to start a conjugal life with Desran Jamu. The novel Silent Cliff's Murmuring Heart presents the identity of both the tribes. They used to think superior of themselves. They strived hard to maintain their identities. Both the tribal groups considered themselves superior to one another. Tadak, Yama's brother, placed the Shadupan in the lowest rank among all the other tribal communities. He also degraded the Shadupan's practice of worshipping gods. The Nishi tribes practiced the ritual of immolation by offering the blood of animals like pig, cock, and mithuns. The Chadupan tribes were worshipping God by chanting the mantra from the holy books. Tadakti is the priest of Chadupan that they could not chant the mantras without looking at the book. He boasted of their priest who had some divine power. Tadak criticized the food habits of the Cherdupan. The Neshi people were living on rice, but the Cherdupan ate corn because they did not know the process of paddy cultivation. So, in this way, Neshis degraded Cherdupan in all the aspects. Tongshi has presented various mythical and tribal elements in this novel. Yeshidoshi Tongshi depicted the tribal people as innocent, uneducated, suspicious, and superstitious. The the novelist clearly portrays how both the tribes tried their best to maintain and protect their identity. He concluded the novel as if the tribes have realized that they are different only in their appearance, culture, and identity, but they bear the same heart and soul as human beings. Each of the tribe wants to maintain their identity as a superior tribe by remaining themselves within the periphery of their own tribal community. Even Renshin gave up his idea of marrying Yama to avoid violating the rules of their community. But Yama wants to beget the child of Renshin, so it will remain a symbol of protest for the conflict between the two tribes. It proves that the conservative society may prevent the lovers from getting married in order to protect their identity, but it cannot resist the divine feeling of love, which is beyond the rules and regulations of the physical world. The title of the novel, Silent Lips Murmuring Heart, is significant as it suggests the deep love between the two souls coming from two different communities, culture, and region. Though they were silenced by their community, the heart of Yama murmurs their divine love. That intense love blossoms eternally, though they are departed physically.